welcome back to my channel. I'm Leora Alexandra, and if you're new, I'm going to give you 30 seconds to subscribe to our little family. Go ahead. I'm waiting. No, really, I'll wait. Still haven't subscribed? I'll just fix my hair while you do that. How did I get over here? I think that's enough time. If you haven't subscribed by now, then you just a hater. And aside from that, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's been commenting and talking to me. Like I said in my last video, it gives me all my ideas. And I would like to ask my subscribers who have not yet spoken to me to please introduce themselves in the comments. And even if you have spoken to me and you want to introduce yourself to everybody else, tell us your name, where you're from, what you want for Christmas, whatever you want, just comment in the comments below and let's all get to know each other. So this is to continue the Manifesting Love series. I told you guys last week that I'm going to give you a cautionary tale. This is something that truly happened to one of my best friends. I helped her with the law of attraction to get somebody that she really wanted. I'll just tell you guys the story and then explain to you why it's a cautionary tale right after. This was when I was in Amsterdam and me and my friend would talk every single day. There was this guy who had been following her for a year and she had never followed him back or looked at him or anything, but one day she just scanned his profile and it's somebody that I knew and she thought he was really cute and she was interested in him. She did not want to reach out to him. She did not want to make the first step, but she wanted to attract him into her life. Now this guy, not only had they never met in person, he lived on the other side of the country. The way that we did this, I wasn't with her, so the way that we did this is every day we would kind of joke around, but I would encourage her to keep talking the way that she did. She would just be like, when you come back, we can double date. When you come back, we can go to this restaurant. Somebody else was hitting her up to take her on a date, and she's like, I can't go on a date. I'm saving myself for this guy. And like I said, I don't think you should save yourself per se, but this was part of her technique and it really worked for her. Meanwhile, we would talk every day and she would call him her boyfriend when we talked together. And she was totally kidding, but I just told her, you know what? It's funny to you, but you're going to make it happen. This is going to happen for you if you keep doing it. So she kept doing it. She kept calling him her boyfriend. We would make plans for me, my boyfriend, and her and this guy. Once I got back, her birthday would have been in a couple of months and she said that she's going to have him as her boyfriend on her birthday. As we were joking, she would always be like, yeah, he's gonna message me. I know he's gonna text me. He loves me, blah, blah, blah. Like funny things like that. And you think that they're funny, but the more you say these things, the more it comes out to the universe. Like I always tell you guys, like, be careful what you say, be careful what you ask for, because what you speak comes into existence. The entire time, every time we talked about it, every time she really actually talked about it and wasn't joking around, she would tell me that she feels that there's something there. She feels like this guy wants to reach out to her. He might not have even known she really existed other than following her on Instagram, but her saying this really put it out into the universe. And 1 month after she followed him, he messaged her on Instagram and they started talking, and to make a long story short, they really hit it off. She went to go visit him a couple of times. Actually, one of those times was on her birthday. Some of our friends took her to go to where he lives actually. So they really hit it off. They would talk all the time and she was really getting feelings for him. She truly just created this relationship out of thin air. She had never met this guy. He lived on the opposite side of the country and all she did was just pretend, just talk about it, joke around about it, and I would encourage her to keep talking about it. And she was not desperate for it. She whenever we talked about it, she was really lighthearted about it. She wasn't attached to it. She didn't think like, oh, this guy that I've never spoken to and never talked to is like the only one for me. She wasn't desperate for it. She was really having fun with it and it came into her life. And suddenly they were talking and she went to go see him again. He flew her out to go see him and they had an amazing time. She really enjoyed it, but he was totally wrong for her. This is why. I've mentioned this before. When you're trying to attract somebody into your life, the worst thing you could do is actually ask for a certain person. You asking for that certain person is going to give you that person, but they might end up breaking your heart, or you might be not interested in them, or it might just not work out, just be wrong timing like it was for these guys. What you need to ask for is, like I said, personality, experiences, the feelings that you want that person to feel. If she had spent all those months saying, I want to be with somebody who makes me feel this way, makes me feel that way, and I'm going to be with somebody who makes me feel confident and stable, she would have gotten somebody else that does make her feel those things. Because she spent all her attention and all her focus on this one guy, she got this guy and he was not right for her. As tempting as it is to ask for that one guy that you have a crush on or that one girl that you have a crush on, do not ask for a certain person, because that person could be wrong for you and you could be wasting so much time instead of finding the person who's perfect for you and who's your soulmate and who fits you in all the ways that you need to fit. you are asking for this person who you think is good looking, or you have an idea of them and that's not really who they are. I hope all that made sense. And now I want to tell you guys another little success story. Somebody who's really dear to me, really close to me, called me the other day and he was like, I watched your video on how to not worry so many times, and this morning I had a really big financial crisis. I needed a certain amount of money ASAP. I had no time to go borrow it from anybody, had no time to go to the bank to get a loan, nothing. I needed it that day. And it was giving me such bad anxiety. I didn't want to go into work. I was really freaking out. I was almost crying, and then I was just like, you know what? I need to go to work. And your video and your technique came to mind. So he said, F it, I'm going to try this. And the way he said it is not exactly how I told you guys to say it, but it worked for him. It shows you that any way you say it, it's going to work, because the universe doesn't exactly have feelings per se. What he told me he did is on the way to work, and he said, you know what? I'm done worrying about this. F this. This is now your problem, not my problem. I would say to say something like, universe, thank you for taking this problem off of my plate. But it worked for him, so whatever works for him, whatever works for you. So he said, this is not my problem anymore, this is your problem. He got into work, and within the first half hour of work, one of his clients that comes into town randomly, never tells him when he comes into town, came in and he owes him some money, and he paid him exactly that amount of money that this guy needed that day. So he literally got it within half an hour. It was instant. Worrying about something is not going to make it go away, and it's not going to make it any better. But letting go of that worry and just going on with your life, taking care of things, taking things into your own hands, but also not worrying about them, letting somebody else worry about them, letting the universe or whatever higher power you believe, letting them worry about it, is going to take that off your plate. So I know that this was just a super short little story time. I hope that it gave you guys your little fix though. I'm really excited about this month. My birthday is in 1 week and I'm turning 24, and I was thinking to do like a little 24 life lessons I've learned in 24 years. If you guys are interested in that, please let me know, and please, please, please remember to introduce yourself in the comments. I want to talk to you guys. I want to hear also what else you want to watch. And don't worry, I literally have a list of all your suggestions and I'm going through them one by one. It's just, I really like to shoot things as they relate to my life so that I can be really genuine and tell you guys real examples and things I'm going through. If you like this video and you want more, comment below and tell me what your holiday plans are and what you're doing for New Year's Eve. As always, keep your vibrations high until my next video. I love you so much. Bye!